YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, I just want you guys to know before we even start this video, I'm about 3 beers in at this point because trust me, I needed it. Some stories, I swear to God, just are absolutely insane and just full of absolute delusion. What are we doing as a society where we're confirming all these delusions that people have? Delusions we used to actually classify as a mental illness. I swear to God, if for 1 minute I just talked normal and then the next minute I just started to develop a Jamaican accent, people might think I'm crazy, right? Or if I pick up a stick and I start pretending like I'm casting spells like I'm in Harry Potter, but I genuinely feel like I'm actually casting spells, we would all agree that this is actually insane, right? Or am I just crazy? So I don't know if you guys heard, but we're now going to call vaginas bonus holes or front holes, I guess. We're just going to keep changing terminology to appease to a group of mentally ill people. And in the process, we're going to devalue women. Oh no, this doesn't just stop at sports where men are constantly dominating women. Oh no, it doesn't stop there. We now call women chest feeders, uterus havers, birth givers. And I'm sure there's a few more I'm just missing, but you get the idea. The whole point is to take away what a woman really is and separate the whole concept, just so these people can come up with some makeshift way on designating themselves as women. But it's not as if these things aren't what make women women, right? You know, like having an actual vagina, fallopian tubes, a uterus, and you know, there's a few others that are just blanking my mind right now because I had to have a few beers just to get through this, but I'm sure you guys get the idea. Chromosomes, you know, whatever. There's a number of other things, right? And the more and more these people can devalue these things and try to separate them out from what a woman is, the easier it is for them to classify themselves as women, at least in their mind. What the real scary thing is these things are being confirmed by medical professionals that we have in the industry today. But before I go too far off the deep end, you guys, let's jump into the title of this story. UK Cancer Trust suggests bonus hole as a term for vagina. The more inclusive terms are offered in the Cancer Trust's LGBT glossary. Now, obviously, I can't speak for women. I am not a woman, but I cannot imagine this being a very endearing term to you. I'm not going to white knight what offends you personally. I mean, obviously, that's up to you on what offends you, right? But to me, this isn't about offending women necessarily. This is about understanding simple biological terms and not adhering to this absolute batshit crazy philosophy that we have going on in the scientific community. So the offense portion put aside, let's just look at it in a practical route. You walk into the doctor's office, they hand you a clipboard, and the first question you see is, do you have a bonus hole? A vagina? Yes. How about a cervix and a uterus? No. Then get the hell out of this office. Why in the world do we have to ask 3 questions to get to one answer? That makes no sense. And now that we wasted a bunch of time, please step into the office so we can examine your bonus hole to see if you have cancer. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust, a United Kingdom-based nonprofit, is offering alternative vocabulary for women's genitalia to increase what the organization is saying is inclusivity in medical language. According to the Cancer Trust official glossary of LGBT inclusive terms, bonus hole is an optional term for vagina in the context of cancer treatment. According to its website, the trust offers the following definition and guidelines. An alternative word for vagina, it is important to check which word someone would prefer to use. The glossary also offers front hole as the alternative term for vagina. Fellas, for the ones who are watching this, if you want to give that a shot and ask if you can go ahead and see that front hole, or actually better, I think bonus hole might actually get you somewhere, if not slapped right across the face. Walk up to that girl and say, hey, I'm trying to get into that bonus hole. If you weren't having problems getting women in your life, you sure as hell will with that. But who knows, maybe you might find that special one. Fox News Digital reached out to Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust for clarification on the term and on what basis the recommendation is made. The information is from a webpage written for health professionals to support trans men and or non-binary patients with a cervix to attend cervical screenings. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust told Fox News Digital. The page includes a glossary of terms they may hear from their patients and was developed with expert organizations who work with the LGBT community. The statement continued, our mission at Joe's is to prevent as many cervical cancers as possible, and a big part of that is increasing uptake of cervical screenings. Women are our main audience for this. However, some trans men and or non-binary people have cervixes, and to reduce as many cervical cancers as possible, we also provide information for this group. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust began operation in 2000 after being founded by British businessman James Maxwell. The trust was named after Maxwell's wife, Jo, who died of cervical cancer in 1999. Okay, a few things to pick apart here, okay? Men do not have vaginas. It's that simple. The definition of a man is an adult male. The definition of a woman is an adult female. It's really that simple. You have a penis, you're a man. You have a vagina, you're a woman. Of course, now when I reference these things, I mean real vaginas and real penises, obviously. At least I hope that's obvious. Who actually fucking knows in today's environment, honestly? I'm sorry, call me a bigot, call me a transphobe. Ignore reality for as long as you want if it makes you happy. Honestly, you can live your life the way you want to live your life. You want to be identified as one thing or another because it makes you feel good and you found a group of people that's willing to confirm that for you. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. But when you start bringing this bullshit into the medical field, Now we have a problem. And not to say we haven't had problems with this getting into sporting events as well, because we just want to ignore all the science that we've accumulated over the past several decades about the differences between men and women. All this does is complicate things for no good reason other than to protect somebody's feelings. So instead of pushing care forward, we're going to increase more paperwork and we're going to complicate and convolute a bunch of things that have been established for many, many years because of feelings. Last time I checked, science isn't about feelings. Last time I checked, science is about facts, at least the known facts that are given at the time or able to be obtained at the time. And the facts are only women have vaginas or bonus holes. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. But of course, do not forget to hit the like or the dislike button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.